Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you like my video, and if you don't, I'm very sorry. Today, I want to talk about the alphabet. We all love the alphabet. Lets us spell, lets us organize things, 26 classic letters. We've all got our favorite. But I gotta be honest, I've always thought that the alphabet was kind of poorly designed. So I decided to spend some time revising the alphabet, taking into consideration what I think works and what I think can be improved upon. And I've got a couple of suggestions. I think what I've come up with is the most optimal, efficient English language alphabet that we can have. And I think that we should start implementing its usage immediately. Let's start with the vowels. We got the 5 big dogs. You know them, you love them. A, E, I, O, and U. And I gotta say, no notes here. They cover a lot of ground phonetically, considering how few there are. There's a lot of good utility there. Good stuff overall. What I do want to change is their placement in the alphabet. We got A at the start, and that's a great way to kick things off. A lot of alphabets start with an A sound. But what about the rest? They're all just kind of scattered haphazardly throughout. So, first change in the revised alphabet is putting all of the vowels at the beginning. I feel like this makes the most sense considering these are like the elite letters, the alphas, if you will. They get a special classification. Now I know what you're thinking. What about Y? Y is sometimes a vowel. Don't worry. We'll get to Y. So let's start talking about the consonants now. B is fine. Serves its purpose. Now C though. Let's talk about C. So my first thought is that C is a pointless letter. It makes 2 sounds, k and s, and those are already covered by other letters. So do we really need C? The answer seems clear. Get rid of C. But then I realized that one letter that can cover 2 sounds is a lot more efficient than having 2 more specialized letters. So it makes a lot more sense to just get rid of K and S. Moving on, we have D, no problem there, and F, still pretty good, and then G. Now similar to C, G can make 2 different sounds, G and J. And since another letter, J, can only make one of these sounds, it becomes redundant. So J goes into the garbage. And my name starts with J, so you know I'm being unbiased with my decisions here. So continuing on, we have H. J and K have been eliminated. So the next letter is L, which is a great letter. Very unique sound. No other consonant can do what L does. This is what I look for in a consonant. Top tier letter. And next we got the iconic 1-2 punch of M and N. Whoever came up with these letters knew what they were doing. Similar sounds, similar shapes, both for their capital and lowercase forms. The perfect pair right in the middle of the alphabet. Again, incredible letters, and coming right after L, highlight of the alphabet, you know what I'm talking about. Far be it for me to break them up. P, no problem there. But then we get to Q. Q is, without a doubt, the worst letter. Whoever came up with Q only got their letter approved because the other people in charge of the alphabet felt bad for them. Not only does Q make a sound that's already covered by C and K in the current alphabet, it's almost never used without U being right behind it. It's so bad of a letter, it can hardly even stand on its own in a word. Q goes straight into the garbage can. And right behind the worst letter, we got another really good one, R. Again, R has that same Chad energy that L brings to the table. We already got rid of S, so next is T. Can't think of any reason to get rid of that. And V is pretty good too. Okay, so remember how a little bit ago I said that L, M, and N together was the best string of consonants in the entire alphabet? Like just a slew of top-notch letters one after another? Well, W, X, and Y? These are some of the worst letters all in a row. Just some real stinkers. And they want you to think they're good, but actually, all completely worthless. Now, you may be thinking, well, wait, W makes a pretty unique sound, right? Well, think about W for a second. When you make the W sound, what are you doing with your mouth? you're pursing your lips, and if you listen closely, you're actually just making a U sound. For example, if we decide to spell what as UAT, and you were to pronounce that phonetically, you'd pronounce it like what, what. Same if we spell wind, UIND, wind, wind. The sound we associate with W is just the natural transitional sound between U and any other vowel. So its name is pretty apt, it's just been a duplicate U the whole time. W is dead to me. X is also pointless. I know it's one of the coolest letters we have, but it's all a ruse. Any sound it can make is already covered by other letters and will now be exclusively covered by the letter C, followed by the letter Z. And sometimes it just makes the Z sound if it's at the beginning of a word, like in xylophone. I don't know who it thinks it's trying to pull. X goes in the garbage. And then Y, the pretender. Y is sometimes a vowel, but just like its idiot friend W, it's a complete farce. Whenever Y is being treated as a vowel, it's just playing a role that any of the other real vowels can fill. Now, what about when Y isn't making a vowel sound? When it's being treated as a consonant? Well, I submit to you, Y is always making a vowel sound. How can this be? Let's take some words where Y is being treated as a consonant and look a little closer. Yellow. Slow down when you say yellow. Yellow. You're actually saying yellow just faster. The word yell can be pretty faithfully recreated by just saying el, yell. Now maybe you're unconvinced, but I ask you to consider, how do you spell Europe? Or the name Eugene? Y is gone. Trash. Dead. Dead trash. Z is good though. Okay, so the alphabet that we're left with so far: A, E, I, O, U, B, C, D, F, G, H, L, M, N, P, R, T, V, Z. We're down to 19 letters, which is pretty good. Now this next part took a lot of consideration. So we have some pretty common sounds in the English language that don't actually have any letters that correspond to them. That's ch, sh, and th. Sure, we spell them out CH, SH, and TH, but those don't make much phonetic sense, do they? Like, th doesn't sound like T or H even a little bit. So I considered adding some letters back, but changing their function to match these sounds. A ch letter, a sh letter, and a th letter. But then I thought that would make more sense if I was trying to make Alphabet 2, an expansion pack for the alphabet. But I'm trying to revise and simplify the existing one. I can say that CH shouldn't make the ch sound, but it serves its function just fine. So there's no harm in using two letters to create a unique sound that isn't created by any single letter. But what about sh? So we still have T, C, and H, but S was eliminated because the sound was redundant. I don't want to put it back just so it can only be used in combination with the letter H, then it's no better than Q. So we need a letter that will always and only ever make the sh sound. The obvious choice would be to repurpose the letter S for this sound, but I actually have another letter in mind. I think X should be brought back to make the sh sound. There's no reason it can't. The sound any letter makes is completely arbitrary. And X already has a lot of applicability outside of the alphabet. It's used to say no, to mark pirate treasure, and sometimes as a variable in math. Which, yeah, same goes for Y, but X just has more going for it overall. Plus, it's just a well-designed letter. Two simple, straight lines, symmetrical horizontally and vertically. I can't stay mad at X. I can absolutely stay mad at Y. And that gives us an even 20 letters, which I think is a pretty good number to stop at. Okay, I'm almost done. Next I want to change the order of the consonants a little. See, I've alluded to it a bit already, but some consonants make similar sounds, just one being said a little more grunty. Like, B is just P with a little more in it. You know what I mean? So it makes sense to group those similar letters together. And because I'm the one making the rules, I'm going to use the softer letter first. So we group P and B, C and Z, T and D, and then finally F and V. G could also go with C depending on which sound we're considering C making at the time. But since the letter C is pronounced with the S sound and not the K sound, we're going to keep it with Z. So at the end, we leave the most unique letters, G, H, L, M, N, R, X. And I'm actually going to move L, M, and N to the very end. Because like I said, they're the best sequence of letters in the entire alphabet, so we can start things off really good with A, and then finish off strong as well. And finally, I want all the consonants to be pronounced consistently. Most consonants already end with an E sound, so now they're all just going to be pronounced based on the consonant sound followed by E. Sorry, non-Americans, I'm officially putting an end to Z. So for example, H is now pronounced he, F is now pronounced fee, etc. And that's it. The new alphabet is A, E, I, O, U, P, B, C, Z, T, D, F, V, G, He, Re, She, Li, Me, Ni. This is the most efficient alphabet for the English language, and I won't be accepting any further input on the subject. So go and petition the alphabet department, the letter authorities, whoever's in charge of letters, and tell them to change the alphabet to this new, much better one. Once implemented, using any of the eliminated letters will be a punishable offense. Like this video if you want me to do numbers next. I got some ideas for numbers. Spoiler alert, I think there's too many. Subscribe if you want to, leave a comment, but please be nice to me. Thanks, bye.